So in my last video, I trained Mace PvP for 7 days straight, trying my best to improve in as many aspects as I could, and then taking those skills into a competitive tier test, and wow! And although this 1 week experiment was a general success, I quickly found out that there were a lot of problems in my gameplay. And these problems became very apparent to me when I got a Discord DM from the number 20 highest rated Minecraft PvPer in the world.
The fact you're not using breach at all, it's killing me inside.
And it wasn't just Floatives. You guys all made sure in the comment section that I knew I was an idiot for not using the breach mace. And honestly, I want to say that I'm sorry. I mean, I really didn't realize
how effective the breach mace was in PvP. I mean, if I could go back and do it again, I would definitely, make some difference. I would, try harder to learn every aspect of the mace.
Yeah, just try to be a little bit more thorough this time. Skibbity toilet. But anyways, with that being said, let's go and right our previous wrongs by getting started with our next week of practicing the mace. Now obviously, I wanted to start hour 1 of this 7-day challenge by incorporating the breach mace into my gameplay, but I already had one problem. This is my hotbar setup. Now everything about this looks pretty fine and dandy until you get to about here. Why is bro on the team? So after a little bit of fine-tuning, I settled on this hotbar setup, dedicating the 5th slot to the breach enchanted mace. And now that I was finally incorporating the breach mace into my gameplay, I had one burning question. What kind of enchantment is this?
This is a mace enchanted with breach 4. A player can typically choose between one of 2 enchantments on a mace. Density, which increases overall damage done by the mace, or breach, which allows the mace to ignore up to 60% of the enemy's armor protection. Although density is more effective at greater heights, breach is ideal when hitting an enemy from a height of 7 blocks or less.
And while this is the intended way of using the breach mace, it has one more secret overpowered ability.
What kind of PvP tech is this?
This is breach swapping. By utilizing the same strategy seen in attribute swapping, we can trick Minecraft into thinking our other weapons, such as a sword or an axe, are enchanted with the breach for enchantment, allowing you to eliminate an enemy in as little as 3 hits.
And after spending this first hour learning all this new knowledge, I went into hour 2 of the challenge by actually trying to apply it. Alright, so here we are in a mace duel chat. This is the first duel of the challenge. However, I have changed my hotkeys quite a bit, so I'm gonna be low-key pretty rusty. Ooh, okay. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Popped him. Although my gameplay in this duel was pretty good, I didn't use the breach mace for even a second during this fight, which in my eyes meant that I was making absolutely no progress. So to incentivize me actually using the breach mace, I gave myself a challenge for day 1, which you'll see me do every day from here on out. And this day 1 challenge was to simply eliminate one enemy using breach swapping, which is the main mechanic I want to improve at. However, when I tried to actually apply this into my later duels, it did not go too well. Okay, ready? And now we melt them with breach swapping. Okay, I'm not very good at it at all. There we go. And now we gotta get him with this. For whatever reason, breach swapping was just not clicking for me. So I decided I'd hit the aim labs for a little while and then come back to it at hour 3. And after getting more used to my hotkeys, I finally managed to hit this. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on, let's punish with the... Yay, we did it! Okay, we punished, there we go. And although day 1's challenge was finally complete, I was nowhere near mastering breach swapping. So on the start of day 2, marking the 4th hour of this challenge, I made it my day's goal to master breach swapping. And the more and more that I practiced, I started to understand that breach swapping is all just a rhythm. You pull out your sword, you jump to ensure that you get a critical hit, you swap to your mace for the breach swap, and then you just repeat it again, again, and again. And coming from someone who plays a lot of rhythm games, this sense of rhythm helped me tremendously, and you'll see it in my upcoming duels. Oh my god, that is so much damage. Breach swapping is actually busted, dude. I think I'm starting to understand it. Popped. And then We finish him off with that. Let's go, dude. Okay. Along with breach swapping, I also managed to perform a lot of stun slams on day 2, which if you don't know what a stun slam is, I explained it in part 1 of the series. But essentially, a stun slam is when you disable an enemy's shield with your axe and then hit them with your mace. And just like in the last video, I tracked my total stun slam count, which on day 2 ended up being... Oh, stun slam there. Stun slams, putting our total at 7 stun slams by the end of day 2. And now that I had fixed my first biggest flaw in my gameplay, which was my lack of breach swapping, I started day 3 by looking at my next biggest problem, which is the fact that I have more subscribers on my old YouTube channel compared to this one. And since my goal in 2026 is to surpass that channel in subscribers, it would mean a lot if you liked the video and subscribed to the channel. But with that being said, the next biggest problem in my gameplay is the fact that I have bad aerial movement. You see, at the end of my last video, when I was reviewing the footage of my tier test, I noticed that I lost multiple totems to my tier tester from me simply being in a bad position. So to fix this next problem, I started day 3 of this challenge with my 2 best friends, Theobald the Bot and the Open Grass. And for the next hour, I just kind of flew around with my elytra and threw some wind charges, and it honestly helped quite a lot. And after this single player session, I hopped back onto PvP Club and gave myself the challenge of winning a duel without missing a single wind charge pearl catch, which honestly sounded really easy at first, but in practice was kind of challenging. All right, let's go. Oh, ready? Miss Pearl? Pop from Miss Pearl. Wow, I'm hitting significantly more wind charges than pearls now. Like, I'm not really missing too much. Knock on wood. Okay, ready? They missed a pearl right there. Oh, I missed my wind charge.
Bruh.
Okay, never mind. I jinxed it.
Bruh.
Come on, land. I don't know why that's not landing. But after a couple of fails, I finally got myself a decent game. All right, perfect movement game here. Start with a good wind charge. Yes, popped him. Oh, that was good. Oh.
Shut up!
Oh, pop him again? No! Yes, we got him. GG. And just like that, day 3's challenge was completed. And since I didn't really focus on hitting stun slams quite as much on day 3, I only ended up hitting stun slams, putting our stun slam count at 12 by the end of day 3. Alright chat, day 4 is upon us, and Theobald, get out of the way, bro. And today's challenge is gonna revolve around the Ender Pearl. And just like I had performed there, my day 4 theme was to improve at pearl catching, which is essentially when you catch an enemy midair with an ender pearl and then proceed to mace them. And I figured there was no time to waste, so I got on PvP Club and got right to it. Okay, let's see if we can hit this little silly maneuver. Oh, I set him too high. Pearl catch. Oh, that was clean. Stun slam. No. Up. Stun slam. No. Stun slam. And even though I didn't win that duel, I still did hit a lot of pearl catches, so I figured I was making some good progress. And since I was making good progress, why not give myself a comically dumb challenge for day 4? So I made day 4's challenge to hit this maneuver. I don't know what it's called. I haven't seen anyone name it before. I just kind of saw it in a Marlowe video. But I'm just gonna call it the pop and cuck for simplicity. And basically how it works is you throw a wind charge at your opponent's feet, which sends them high into the air. You then catch them with an ender pearl, and on the way down, you try to mace them and get as much damage as you can. And this maneuver, at least for me, was incredibly challenging to do on actual players. However, by hour 10, we actually were doing something. Come on! Yes! I count that, I count that, I count that. I count that. Oh my god, that was it. And with this interesting challenge done, we conclude day 4. And in the process, we hit stun slams, putting our stun slam count at 23 by the end of day 4. And speaking of stun slams, on day 5, I figured it was about time that I finally dedicated an entire day to hitting them. So day 5's challenge was pretty simple. Hit at least 20 stun slams before the clock struck midnight. The problem, however, is that I started this challenge at 9:50 p.m., which gave me only a little over 2 hours to hit these stun slams. So given my time crunch, I knew that I needed to lock in right away. And let me tell ya, we did in fact lock in. Alright, 20 stun slams on day 5. Let's see if we can make this happen, chat. Oh, that was close already. Oh, stun slam? That's 1. Oh, second stun slam? And after this second stun slam, I went on a bit of a dry streak for over 15 minutes until I finally broke it by hitting this. Stun slam 3? And with that stun slam, dry streak 1 ended pretty swiftly, and I got right back to it. Stun slam, number 4. Stun slam. Woo! That was what, number 5 there? And the 6! Oh, I'm the GOAT. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, GG. Oh, that's number, what, 7, I think? Number 8, I think? Who wants to melee? Oh, that's number 9? How are you alive? Oh. And after all these quick succession stun slams put me almost halfway through the challenge, I went through a small little dry streak. But after that, we were right back to it. Oh, stun slam number 10, I think? Oh, that's stun slam 11. That's 12. That's 13. Oh, that was like 14. Oh yes, another. Oh my god, another one. His helmet broke. And after farming like a million stun slams off this one player and still somehow losing, we went on a bit of a brutal dry streak, which was definitely the longest one we experienced. And even though my time left to hit these stun slams was slowly draining down, I still prevailed. Oh, that's like 15? Oh, come on. Oh, that's another one? That's another one? And finally, with a nice cool 50 minutes to spare... That's another one, dude. I'm farming right now. The 20 stun slam challenge for the day was completed. And also, just to be safe, I did make sure to hit a couple extra. Oh, there's another one. Which means I hit 26 total stun slams on day 5, equating to a total of 48 stun slams in the challenge so far. And while day 5 turned out to be a huge success, day 6 was the exact opposite. Because after getting home late from my JOB, I was as sick as a dog. Which unfortunately meant I didn't even hop on my PC at any point on day 6, which made it a complete scratch. So that does in fact lead us to day 7, the dawn of the final day. Alright gamers, we're back for day 7 of the grind. And today is a huge day. This is our last day to practice before our tier test tomorrow. But anyways, today we are getting into our last challenge. And that challenge is to utilize all the skills I've gained over the past 7 days to try to beat a player who is at least low tier 3. Because for those of you who don't know, in my last tier test, I played against a low tier 3 there. So it only makes sense to beat a player who is at least at their skill level. So after doing my typical Theobald warm-up regimen, I got onto PvP Club for the last time before my tier test. And I kid you not, the literal first fight that I queued was this. Alright, let's see if we can get ourselves... Oh my god. That says low tier 2. He just popped. Wait, what? How? Okay, dude, I was not ready for this for my first duel. Are you kidding me, bro? Oh my god, my aim is not ready for this, bro. You missed a pearl. Wait, hold on. No, I missed a pearl catch. No. No. No! No! Oh my god, no way. Oh, no! Yes! Oh my god! Oh. No way. So, yeah, I somehow managed to squeak out a win against a low tier 2 player, which, if you don't know, to put into perspective, essentially means that this player at one point was a top 15 Mace player in the world. Now, to be fair, this player was a retired low tier 2 player. You could tell by the R next to their name. Which I guess kind of does mean I'm just like Logan Paul dogging on, you know, Mike Tyson, but whatever. This player at one point was one of the best Mace players in the world, and I beat them, so I'll take that. So after that massive ego boost, I played for about another 2 hours on day 7, and after that, my training arc was over. So I woke up the next morning, got on PvP Club, and was ready for my tier test. And I couldn't get a tier test all day. So I tried again the next day, and once again, there was just simply too many people in the queue, and I could not get a spot. But the day after, December 30th, 2025, I finally got in the queue. And before I knew it, it was time to go. It's tier test time. Okay, Chad, here we go. Time for the tier test, let's lock in. Okay, that's not a good start, I gotta lock in. Oh my god, dude. Okay, we got popped. No. No, dude. round 1, chat. So round 1 was a little bit messy, but just like in my last tier test, I was ready to lock in. All right, lock in. Let's go. Popped. Okay, we popped. Okay, let's see, Pearl. I think they missed a Pearl there. Okay, hit it. Reach. See, they missed a Pearl. Oh, god dang it. No. God dang it. Popped. We popped. No! Dude, oh my god, I threw that so bad. Hello? Wait, is that it? So with a shaky hand, I went back to the MC Tiers Discord server and I checked the results channel. And oh my god, they gave me high tier 5! Now I don't want to spoil to you what tier I was before this tier test, because that would spoil the whole first part in case you haven't seen it. But I was a higher tier before this. I was better than a high tier 5, and they dropped me down. But anyways, if you haven't seen part 1 of the series, I would highly recommend that you watch it right now, because it shows me going from absolutely nothing to something. And judging by the outcome of this 1 week challenge, I think for part 3, I'm gonna need a little bit of help.